They be here, man. My live comment. This was supposed to be an upload, but I'm doing this shit live. Fuck that. Yo. Well, I'm gonna upload a. I'm gonna start doing uploads on that other channel. Kind of, and on this, because I don't know if I can keep going on. But yeah, I just want to. I just saw this video about the 78th floor. That fucking Ed, leave 9/11 alone, man. Why you always fuck with that? Y'all gotta talk about it here and there. Cause that shit is horse shit. My mother worked at the Seven Well motherfucking Trade, and she got evacuated at 9 in the morning. And that was the last person I felt, and they didn't get hit by a plane. Allegedly. They got hit by planes. Allegedly. Nobody was in that building. I'm trying to tell you, there was nobody in these fucking buildings. That's what but nobody never gonna believe me. They know somebody who died in 9/11. Their co-worker told them, their friend told them, their cousin, their brother died. Man, shut the fuck, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. I don't care if I get a strike. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Because they can't keep making these videos. It's fucking bullshit. I don't even know when they made this one. But I just saw it the other day. And I'm always talk about 9/nothing. 9/nothing.
It was 9:03 a.m. when a second plane struck the South Tower, hitting between the 77th and 85th floors. Right at the heart of the impact zone was the 78th floor, which became such a horrific zone of carnage that it was nicknamed the Gore floor.
And I can tell you that when I get out of that fire stairwell, that's where I experienced the worst 30, 40 seconds of my life.
And on that Tuesday morning, it became the intersection of life and death. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you see the evidence right there. How you gonna say that shit fake, motherfucker? What the fuck is wrong with you? All right, man. They said, this is the story they told us. They said they took flying lessons for 6 months, and they to kill themselves. I'm gonna take flying lessons for 6 months, and I know how to get to fucking New York and they went to Pennsylvania and Washington. They knew they was gonna kill themselves. Man, get the fuck out of here. So I'm gonna come on, man. So I'm gonna take flying lessons for 6 months when I know I'm gonna die. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Today we're going to tell you about one of the most horrific and heroic stories from September 11th.
And they took the planes over with box cutters. They didn't have guns, they had box cutters. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
2001.
The Gore floor, 78. 7-8. The 15th. Add to the 6th.
The 78th floor wasn't an office floor like the others. It was what they called the Sky Lobby, a massive marble-lined space, more than half a city block long, with room-sized express elevators that could whisk you to the ground floor in just 60 seconds. For thousands of workers on the upper floors, this was their daily commute hub, 1,300 feet in the sky. When the first plane hit the North Tower at 8:46 a.m., people throughout the South Tower felt the building shake and saw the smoke and flames next door. But not many people were aware that a plane had struck it.
So they felt the building shake. They didn't know a plane hit it. All right, of course they don't know a plane hit it. All right, that sounds true. All right, let's go.
Many began evacuating, but the confusion was immense. Some kept working, others started down the stairs.
Some kept working. See, when they say dumb shit like, why will some keep working? I'm getting the fuck out of there.
And many gathered in that 78.
See, they just say dumb shit. I don't like. That's what I'm saying. They just say dumb shit, bro. Why would people still work if they saw the other building explode? If I see a building explode next to me, right, where I'm working at, man, I'm like, yo, I'm out. Yo, we gotta shut the job down. We don't know what's going on, but you know, they get the fuck out of here, bro.
The 8th floor sky lobby, waiting for elevators, trying to figure out what was happening. Judy Wine and Gigi Singer had just watched the
Judy Wine. That's her last name, Wine. Yo, they had a victim called Elizabeth Wino. Yo, they don't even show her no more. In her picture, she had a glass of wine near her. But they took that shit down.
The explosion from the North Tower as they stood on the 103rd floor. Terrified, they raced down the stairs, making it to the 78th floor sky lobby.
That sounds true.
Hoping for answers, they joined over 200 others crowded near the elevators.
Okay.
You had a choice.
Look, he had a choice. See, he was there.
He had a choice. Once you were in that fire stairwell, when you got to the 78th floor, which was known as the sky lobby, you had a choice to either go to the big bank of elevators that were there or to continue in the fire stairwell. Being in the business that I'm in and knowing fire and fire safety, it was apparent to me that I should stay in that fire stairwell, stay in the steps.
Okay. Nearby, Ed Nichols heard a building-wide announcement claiming the South Tower was secure and encouraging people to return to their desks.
Return to their desks. Yo, when it's an explosion, don't they evacuate every building that's around there? Return to your desk. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. And I swear that when it's an explosion, anywhere, don't everybody got to evacuate? So he said, man, shut up, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. And they made how many movies about 9/11, man? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
He and a few others began heading back upstairs. Christine Sasser and Sylvian Ramsendar had already made it down, but began their way to the 81st floor to retrieve a forgotten wallet. Kelly Ryder, realizing he couldn't work without his Palm Pilot that he left on the 100th floor, decided to go back up and...
When there's an explosion anywhere, they evacuate all buildings. So I'm not buying this, bro.
Get it. Meanwhile, Eric Thompson opted to sit and wait in one of the alcoves, hoping the lobby crowd would thin out.
Yeah, let's give it up. Let's give it up, bro. People died. I know somebody died.
Each of these small decisions and moments of hesitation would soon make the ultimate difference between whether they were about to live or die. None of them knew that at that very moment, United Flight 175 was screaming toward them at 590 miles per hour.
Yeah, the people who did flying lesson for 6 months knew what a World Trade Center was. Wow. That shit is crazy, my nigga. And they took over the plane with box cutters. Yo, get the fuck out of here, bro. Man, stop.
Brian Sweeney, a former Navy pilot and a passenger on that flight, was able to make one last phone call to his wife.
Oh, he made a phone call. All right, man. Of course they got the audio. You know they got the fucking audio.
Jules, this is Brian. Lives on an airplane that's been hijacked.
He said, I'm on a plane that's been hijacked. If things don't go well, all right, what he said?
Don't go well. I'm looking good.
And it's not looking good. That's how you talk? Now, if I make a phone call, I'm in danger. Well, if I'm in danger, I'm not talking like that. What? Everybody different, right?
I just want you to know I absolutely love you. I want you to do good. Go have some time.
Well, they got his phone call. You know how many phone calls they got? They got all these shits. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
To my parents and everybody, and I just totally love you, and I'll really...
Yeah, calm on.
Hi, babe. I'll call you.
Peter Hansen, another passenger aboard the flight, was on the phone with his father,
well,
who was watching the North Tower burning on live TV.
Oh, it was on live. It was on live TV. Yo, stop playing with me, dog. All right, forget it, man. Let me stop being funny, but it is funny.
Passengers are throwing throwing up, getting sick. The plane keeps making jerky movements.
They're making jerky movements.
I don't think the pilot is flying the plane, and I think they intend to fly into a building.
Yo, he said, I don't think the pilot is flying the plane. Yo, man, yo, dog, I can't take it serious. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say nothing no more. Yeah, I am gonna say something. I'm lying. So, this is how you talk when you're in danger. All right, man. Come on, man. I can't take this shit serious, bro.
And I said, no, they don't do that, Peter. You know, they land and they demand ransom and so forth. He said, I don't think
this shit was on motherfucking TV. You think all these people faked it? All right, man. Oh, maybe they did. Maybe everybody died. Well, I know in my mother building, she got evacuated at 9 o'clock in the morning, and that shit fell at 4. The 7 World Trade. That's what she worked at. She had to walk across the Brooklyn motherfucking bridge, 9 in the fucking morning. And that shit fell last, and they said I didn't get hit by a plane. So how the fuck that building fell? Well, anyway, make a long story short, they evacuate buildings when there's an explosion. So why the fuck in the other one they evacuate nobody? They went back upstairs. Shut the fuck up.
so, Dad. He said, but don't worry about it. He said, because don't worry about it, because if it happens, it'll be quick.
Don't worry, Dad. If it happens, it'll be very fast.
If it happens, it'll be very fast. So this is the other airplane. Look at this nonsense.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Nah, that's the other airplane. These are the people who took 6-month flying lessons. Yeah, they said it was 6 months. They took it in Florida, right? And they knew how to get to the World Motherfucking Trade Center. Motherfuckers, I know. Like I always say, man, they don't even know how to. Motherfuckers grew up here, don't even know how to get over there. Well, whatever, bro.
Glass flew everywhere.
Who is this? This is so fake. This is what they said happened anyway. They went back upstairs.
At approximately 9:03 a.m., United Flight 175 slammed into the South Tower, tearing through everything between the 77th and 85th floors. A deafening explosion and a searing blast of heat ripped through the sky lobby. The plane's left wing cut through that packed elevator lobby like a scythe, slicing between people standing just inches apart, killing most while sparing others. The blast threw people like dolls, tearing their bodies apart. Judy Wine was thrown through the air, shattering her forearm, breaking 3 ribs, and puncturing a lung. The blast hurled Kelly Rayer into the back wall of the elevator he had just stepped into. The floor buckled, the car dropped nearly 2 feet, and flames shot up the shaft as thick black smoke filled the space. Anyone in nearby elevators faced some of the most horrific fates imaginable that day. The luckier ones may have perished instantly, their elevator cars plummeting after the plane severed the cables.
Nobody that went to the sky lobby made it out. When the plane went...
Look, this motherfucker was there. Oh.
Through the building, the elevator cables were just cut. Those elevators went straight to the ground. Nobody survived.
But others weren't.
But you know, somebody got to tell a story. You know the funny part with 9/11, the phone calls. That shit is funny as fuck. Talking about hijackers on a fucking plane with fucking razors.
weren't as fortunate. Trapped between floors with nowhere to run, they endured rising heat, thick smoke, and the slow seep of jet fuel from the crash, ultimately facing an unthinkably slow and agonizing end of slowly being burned alive. Ray Hare's first thought, trapped in the wrecked elevator, was that he would die in the flames painfully and slowly. In a desperate bid to avoid that fate, he climbed toward the ceiling, intending to inhale the smoke quickly and lose consciousness. But then he noticed the elevator doors were cracked open just an inch. Seizing the chance, he pried them apart, jammed his briefcase between them, and crawled out into the devastated 78th floor sky lobby. What he saw as he entered back into the lobby was unspeakable carnage. One of the survivors recalled a horrifying sight.
And then I woke up, there's debris all around, and didn't have the paper phone.
So he was there? With a white-ass t-shirt? So they say he was there, right? He got a white-ass t-shirt. All right, forget it.
All around, the floor was strewn with torn limbs and scattered remains. The devastation left many victims dismembered in ways too graphic to fully comprehend. Based on survivor accounts, an estimated 200 people were inside the 2,600 square foot sky lobby when United Flight 175 hit. It became the deadliest single location in the South Tower. Only 12 people on that floor survived after the fatal crash. Donna Spera, who had been toward the back of the lobby with a few others, survived the blast. When she regained consciousness, her arms were burning. Her watch felt like it was melting against her skin. She dropped her cell phone, only to look down and see Casey Parbu at her feet, the friend who had stayed by her side through all 22 flights down. And she was deceased.
I remember seeing my friend later.
Oh, so this is her right here. South Tower survivor. What? Yo, stop. All right. Let me stop. All right.
On the floor. My pocketbook had fallen on her. She wasn't conscious. None of my friends.
Yeah, she crying, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? You a fucking weirdo. Where's she crying at?
But I was with on 78. Made it.
She just wiped away what? Nothing.
In that chaos and darkness, heroes emerged. The first was a young man named Wells Crowther, 24 years old equities trader who worked on the 104th floor and was also a volunteer firefighter. He had made it down to the 78th floor and immediately began organizing rescue efforts. Ling Young, a tax auditor who had been knocked unconscious.
People for what? What he was trying to do? Like, what are you talking about? So he on the 78th floor trying to rescue people to do what? To run down the stairs? Wait, hold on. They might say.
Regained consciousness with blood covering her glasses. Through the smoke, she could barely see, afraid that moving might send her plunging through the damaged floor. That's when Wells Crowther appeared.
I don't know where.
Oh, she survived too. Okay. I'll keep laughing. I should have uploaded this shit.
And a young man came and screaming and said, "I found the stair. Follow me. Only help."
All right. See, he found the stairs. All right.
I found the stairs. Follow me.
He told her, a red bandana tied around his face, the one he always kept in his pocket.
A red bandana.
Crowther led her into Stairway A, the only intact stairwell. After descending about a dozen flights with her, he said something that defines heroism.
Okay, you guys are safe. I'm gonna go back upstairs to help.
Go back up!
Mary Joes, a 54-year-old section head, had been knocked unconscious and came to be surrounded by bodies. Her face was burned, flesh ripped from her left arm, one shoe blown off. Crawling on her hands and knees through the debris, she found the door to the fire stairs. As she pushed it open, she called back into the darkness.
If anyone can hear me, this is where the stairs are.
Only 12 people who were in that 78...
Yo, I'm dead ass. I'm being real. I'm not saying that. I'm just getting the fuck out of here. So I'm gonna say this what it's. I'm gonna say everybody different, right? So I'm fucked up. I see motherfuckers laying on the floor. Yo, this is where the stairs are. Man, get the fuck out of here. I'm running down the stairs.
8th floor lobby. When Flight 175 hit, would make it out alive. 9 were at the north end of the lobby, farthest from the impact. 3 were in alcoves off the main lobby. They all had one thing in common. They found their way to Stairway A, the only intact stairwell.
What are those people gonna do on the second one?
Look at this. They was there too?
All the elevators are blocked out. Well, the staircases must still be, right?
Judy Wine and Gigi Singer both recovered and met up with Wells Crowther, who led them down the stairwell. He stayed with them for more than 15 floors, then turned back up the stairs for a third rescue trip.
He went back up the stairs? For what? Oh yeah, he had to rescue people. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Donna Spera, crawling through the smoky darkness, saw only a silhouette in the light of the stairwell entrance.
Over here! Come this way!
She walked toward that voice, leaving behind her friends, all of whom had died. Eric Thompson, the analyst who had retreated to the 77th floor just before the impact, found Mary Jo's and helped her all 78 floors down to safety.
When we were going down the stairs,
He was there too.
I do remember firemen walking up.
We were met by 2 firefighters walking up the steps of the World Trade Center, and sadly, I'm sure they both died. And I remember them having said, "Be sure to get him outside as soon as we got downstairs."
I don't know who the firemen were, but I know they didn't make it out of that building.
As they made their way down, the firefighters were climbing up into the very...
I'm gonna say it one more time. When there's an explosion, all buildings are evacuated in that area. So that's fucking... This shit is straight bullshit.
heart of the fire. When firefighters reached the 78th floor, even they were stunned. The devastation was unlike anything they'd ever seen.
It's going to pockets of fire. We should be able to knock it down with 2 lines. Where you know that? 78th floor, and it's numerous 1045 code lines. 478. That's all it is. Numerous civilians, there's 2 engines up there. All right, 10-4, we're on our way.
We encountered for the first time the police, the firefighters, paramedics from New York City and the Port Authority. Just the looks in their eyes told the whole story. No words, just the looks in their eyes. They knew. They knew that they were going up those steps to try to fight a fire that they couldn't beat. They knew that they were going up those steps to try to save lives that they probably could not save. And they knew that they were going up, and they knew that they were never coming back.
Wells Crowther made at least 3 trips back into that devastated lobby to save people and showed them the way to safety, then disappeared back into the smoke and flames.
But he could survive when he go back up, but the fireman couldn't. All right, man. Get the fuck out of here, bro. All right, man. I can't take 9/11 seriously. But somebody gonna say you a fucking piece of shit. Why you keep doing this? I ain't doing 9/11 video in how long? A long time, man. But I'm gonna keep doing them. Cause this shit is horse shit. Alright? Shit is straight horse shit. Get the fuck out of here. Talk about some motherfuckers walk backed up. Yo, anyway, I'm gonna go to greater news. I'm gonna do another live, like in a half an hour. I'm gonna go to some regular shit. I just want to talk about NBA injuries. That's my next live. But yeah, I can't fuck with this 9/11 shit, bro. I didn't even know I'm gonna have people listen. I know they had cameras in the towers. He's a Christ. Yeah. Oh, all right. Y'all with me on that? All right. I didn't even know that. Yeah, come on, my nigga. Like, we're not doing that. My mother was evacuated 9 in the motherfucking morning in building 7. And that's the one that fell last. Fuck out of here. Nobody died. Nobody got hurt. And they changed how many laws after that? Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a video on that one day. How many laws they changed after that? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Well, anyway, I'm gonna get to all this stuff we could laugh about in a half an hour. I'm gonna do these NBA injuries. Like what the fuck is going on with the NBA? Did you see the 12-year-old girl who was robbing people? No, I ain't see that. Yo, you gotta make me do some funny shit. Yo, I ain't see that shit. He said, y'all got a good game against Denver today. Yeah. But anyway, I'll be back in a half an hour. We're gonna talk. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do some NBA. I'm gonna do the injuries and the games tonight. That's it. But I had to get this off my mind. When I saw this video the other day, I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I gotta talk about this shit.